Hey everybody, welcome back to the East Lake House of Speed, episode 3. This episode, we finally started getting a few things done with the AFX car. I got a little bit of footage of getting the motor plates trimmed and getting the motor roughly mocked up. It's going to be going up to Stott Speed Shop here in a couple of weeks to have the rear suspension done on the car. So we kind of wanted to get the motor mocked in, just in a rough position. Quayne doesn't want us to lock it down because we want to make sure that he can get it adjusted with how he's going to put the rear end in. So it's kind of just roughly mocked in enough to get an idea of placement. We got the finished the roll cage removal, got it to where we're going to keep it on terms of as far as the number of bars we got going. And then we got the period correct seat mounted into the car, the low back Kirky, which is what we run. Southeast Gasser rules don't let you run a high back seat. They want the more period correct lower back seat. We got the a little quick tutorial, not tutorial, but maybe a little bit of a maybe how-to on putting wheel screws in, a couple little tips and tricks we shot with our super team manager Robert. So we'll show a little bit of that, and then we're going to pop over to the top secret location where we did a little bit of work on the B-gas car for LWA Motorsports. So we'll check in on that and then touch back with some of the stuff that'll be coming up here in the next few weeks. Okay, so here we are showing how to lay out the wheel screws on the wheel. And I tell you, if you ever have to do this job, the 10 or 12 bucks or whatever it is from Summit to buy this pre-laid out wheel template is by far the best money you'll spend. You can do it by using math and all that other stuff, but it's a whole lot better just to have it laid out like this. We're going every other hole because we're only using 8 screws per side. That's really all we need for these 9-inch slicks. You can run up to 16 screws per side with this template. You can see there's a pie cut on each one, but you can put your automatic center punch in and lay it out perfect, and it lays out the perfect little dimple, little starter hole for the drill bit. Here we are. Like I said, we got the motor just kind of roughly in. It's still got to be centered up a little bit and adjusted. Actually talked with Quayne Stott at Stott Speed Shop, and he actually doesn't want me to get it positioned just right. He wants to have a little bit of leeway to move it around when they go to put the rear end in it. So we're just, like I said, going to roughly get that put in place and kind of temporarily locked in place till we get it up to the chassis shop and figure out what's going to happen with the rear end. Here we are. We got the low back Kirky which is a Sega legal seat. They prefer the low back style seats, so we can't run the high back style seats. And then we've got the dash trimmed up and put in place. We just got to go in there with a few mounting tabs off of the lower bar. We'll cover that in the next episode, but you can see where it'll be going roughly in place right in this area. And again, we got the slicks mounted up. These are the Sega legal 9-inch slicks that have to be running the AFX class. And we just stuck them on here just for measuring purposes, really, just to see. This rear end's obviously too narrow, but again, it's the 8 3/4. We're going with a 9-inch anyhow, so that's pretty much what we've got done to date. Got a little bit of footage of how we got some of that stuff installed, doing a little bit of grinding on the roll cage. Got to come in here with an upper mount here for our little bracket for the seat, and then figure out some seat belt mounts. So I thought it might be interesting to show y'all some of the tools that I'm using, some of my fabrication stuff. I'm a big tool collector guy. I really like tools for different things, so I thought I'd share with you these Demide clamps that I have here. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but ordered these a while back. They had a Kickstarter going for the small ones. I'd had a couple of these larger clamps here, and they're real handy. You know, it's similar to a cant twist, but a little bit beefier. I think you can get a little bit more clamping force with these. And the cool thing about these compared to like one of the other type of clamps is you have the ability to run like an impact on here, and you can, or a wrench, and you can really crank down on it. Besides just having the little thing here, but these pop out so that you can run them with a power tool. But this new series that they've come out with here, they call them the 1/4-inch ones here. They're pretty neat because they have the ability to hook into your power tools here, make it move. And also this pops out so that you don't mangle yourself. But anyhow, these are pretty cool, so you can rapidly clamp down on something. I found a lot of uses for these once I started messing around with them. And then you can also always just use them as just a regular hand-powered clamp. Let's just pop right back in and you can just run it like a cant twist. So pop down there in the comments and tell me if you enjoy any of these little tool tips or showing you tools on the show. If that's something you want to continue to see on the YouTube channel, let me know, and we'll put together a few more. Thanks. This 1961 Chevy is the LWA Motorsports B-Gas car that Robbie Walden's going to be driving this year. It's got a roughly 480-inch motor. I can't remember the exact cubic inch, but this weekend we got it put in, locked down. We got the G-Force 101A 4-speed transmission put in it, and hope to be out testing tuning this thing real soon. Also, just want to let everybody know that the graphics are going to change on this. We're going to get it lettered, but that's going to do it for this episode. We'll see you in episode 4 next week.